Summertime and the living is easy. Or so a very old song assures us. But it's true. Summer and the world slows down. Too many people are on vacation to have many of the meetings that we cram into the rest of the year. The music of summer and vacation is delightfully positive and upbeat, the promise of leisure and fun and rest. Alice Cooper reminded us that school's out, and Willie Nelson gave us On the Road Again, while Nat King Cole takes us to those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer. Summer is just a wonderful time to rest and renew, and we all need that. The heat somehow dictates against exertion. The air around us just seems to say, get off the treadmill, sit down with a cool drink and enjoy the breeze. Time to dream. Summertime slowdown and the call to rest and renew is crucial to our health. And it's not just me who believes in that. After all, the Bible is full of admonitions to rest. It begins with the second chapter of Genesis. After 6 days of the hard work of creation, and on the seventh day, God finished his work that he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work. And with the 10 Commandments in Exodus, that command is reiterated. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, you or your son or your daughter, your male servant or your female servant, or your livestock, or the sojourner who is within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is in them, and rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Hard work, whether mental or physical, often leaves one exhausted by week's end. And for that, rest is needed. But the 23rd Psalm reminds us that God-given rest comes with so much more. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. For it's not merely the body and mind that is exhausted by work. It's the soul that needs restoration as well. It's all too easy to develop a pattern that becomes a grind. Rise at 6:30, walk the dog, grab a bagel and coffee and off to work. Sit at the same desk, cover the same hospital ward, teach the same lessons, or serve the same clients until it all melds into an endless day that seems to have neither beginning nor end. But no matter the satisfaction from a well-loved job, a break is still needed to restore body and soul. A break with the regular and the chance to get away and look at the world from a different perspective. To step away from the responsibilities, the demands, the needs of your position is curative. There are days when one can get the feeling that one is drowning in new demands and problems and issues. About that time, one starts to feel that your presence is not only important, it's essential. And how then can you walk away and take time off from the job and the people who need you, who rely on you? Well, the reality is that it's not good for any position, for either the employer or the employee, to feel that they alone are essential to the day-to-day success of the business. Whether it's the charm with which you greet the customers or the expertise that comes with all those degrees tagged after your name. Not one of us is going to live forever. The day will come when you retire, or are offered a new position that's irresistible, or life comes to an end. So don't bloat your ego with notions of how essential you are. You do no favor to yourself, nor your fellow workers, nor your boss, when you cling to turning up every day, year after year. Accumulating holidays is fine if you're going to take an extended vacation next summer and are still saving your pennies. But you still need some time for yourself this summer or fall or whenever you've found you are most in need of relaxation and restoration. Rest is what gets the creative juices flowing again. Waking up in the morning and looking forward to getting to work is a great blessing, but that blessing needs to be balanced by waking up and looking forward to lazing about, puttering in the backyard, taking very long walks with the dog, and wading about at lake's edge. You have to step away sometimes. as Jesus told the disciples in Mark after a day so busy they'd missed eating. Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest. There has to be a balance, the opportunity to work hard and gain the satisfaction that produces. But that needs to be set off by the opportunity to play hard and finish the marathon or produce a quilted masterpiece or polar bear dip into the lake on January 1st. How about acting on the old saying, change is as good as a rest? Try sitting down with pen and paper and note which things you do the same way every day, and then look for alternatives. Is there a different way to get to work? Can you walk, ride your bike, use public transit, drive? Do you eat lunch in the same restaurant every day? How about taking your lunch with you and finding a park to enjoy while you nosh? Or try a new restaurant with tastes you've never tried before? Do you eat alone? If you went at 1 rather than 12, would you have a friend you could join in lunch? Do you fall asleep watching TV as you eat your dinner? Surely there's something more interesting than that. Walk the dog, join Tai Chi in the park, do something you've never tried before. Read a book, call a friend you haven't heard from for months. God has given his blessings on taking the time to rest, to step away from the routine of the work year and do something new and different or old and familiar, such as the vacation of childhood at the family's cottage, or the one you've often dreamed of but put off year after year. Your health, both mental and physical, benefits greatly from change. Summer holidays offer new routines and getting rid of the ruts you have fallen into. Be good to yourself and know the wisdom of God's instructions, as he assured us, my presence will go with you and I will give you rest. God with us, lying on the beach soaking up the summer rays. God with us, wandering through Chinatown and Little Jamaica and the Ethiopians of the Danforth. The sounds and tastes of other worlds within my own hometown. God with us as we check out the choir at a different church in a different village and see if there are new ideas to take back for inspiration at the next outreach committee's meeting. And the rest that God provides renews and restores and prepares us for another year, filled with new enthusiasm and ideas to experiment with and inspiration for efficiencies and time wasters, and the joy that new things offer our days. And so I pray, Holy Trinity, thank you for your blessings on times of rest that refresh us and inspire us and set us up for the year that lies ahead. And thank you for the joys of change and newness and doing nothing, all the delights that a vacation can bring. Let the peace of your presence and the rest that you have promised be ours these days of sun and heat, long days and cool nights. We are so blessed. So may it be. Amen.